All right, what's up, Internet? Welcome back. Tuesday night, we are live from Red Hook here at the Funktion House, continuing season number 5, and we were finally lucky enough to bring to the show,
He finally answered our call.
a New York City legend, DJ Razor. Let's welcome to the show.
Yeah.
What's up, my man?
Not much. How you guys doing?
How are you?
Thanks for inviting me down. It was
Thanks
really
for
cool.
finally getting here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here, man.
Yep, no problem, man.
We're excited to have you. So much to talk about.
I'm excited to play more than anything
Yeah, of course.
because I don't talk really, but
Well,
Well,
we're gonna
we're
make
gonna-
you
we're gonna-
talk.
we're
We're
gonna
gonna
get
make
some
you
out of
talk.
you.
You know.
let's go.
I mean, you want to start it off, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, so you've been in this game for a super long time,
Veteran.
Yeah.
right? I guess first tell us, born and raised, where you're from, how'd you get into this whole DJ game?
Was born in Queens
Okay,
and then moved to Long Island when I was maybe like 4 or 5.
right?
And my cousin was a DJ, Rio,
Okay,
and I was just watching him, learning. He would sneak me into clubs. I loved it.
What
I've seen the
clubs?
people
What clubs was he
react.
sneaking you into?
Like Feathers, I guess back in the day. Uncle Sam's. I don't even know what the other names are, but those are 2. Maybe Zachary's.
wow.
So when you were getting snuck into these clubs, who were the DJs? Like, who were the people you were listening to?
Actually, it was Glenn Fisher,
Nice.
Tommy Nappy, Noah Torres. Now
So these were the days of Glenn being on Hot 97, the Saturday Night Dance Party.
I would play and open up for him, and then I would see him coming. I'm like, oh no, I gotta get the right turntables because the club had always like the pitch controls were messed up. I'm like, I'm bringing my own, and I bring it in. He's like, oh, thanks a lot. It was really cool.
So,
And then one day he came down and gave me a stack of records, and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Were there any good records in there?
Glenn used to always give me shit records.
He used to give me a stack of records, but they were all shit.
I think I got Dream
Thanks,
Lover,
Glenn.
Mariah Carey, the house mix. That was pretty good. A couple other good ones.
Gotta bust Glenn's balls.
The rest of the promo crap.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how old were you back then?
I was 18.
Okay.
So I want to know who the first DJs that you ever seen that inspired you to become a DJ.
My cousin, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. He inspired me because he would always make these edits in his room, and I was like, wow, I want to do that. He would never let me in, never let me touch his turntables.
That's
Then I
how
would
it
sneak
usually
in
always
and
is.
play around.
What was the music though? Was it like did you start off like in the hip hop world? Was it freestyle? Was it disco? Like what were the records that was sort of inspiring you?
I guess it was club disco. It was starting to get more like dance away from disco, I guess.
Yep.
Maybe like Borderline and Madonna, stuff like that. That's when I started listening to music.
Okay. So that's what is it, like mid to late 80s, right?
Late 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked hip hop a lot, and I always liked doing tricks and stuff. But I liked house music even more.
So when did it start to become sort of a serious thing for you?
I guess like 90s. I don't know, maybe trying to think of what record started it all. There's not really one. It's just like little here and there.
Well, when did you get into production?
Production I got in like 90s,
Okay.
like 91, 92. Started making like hip hop mashups that would take forever. Now you can make them in 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Well, I remember, I mean, back in the early days of like, maybe it was like the late 90s, we were sort of rolling, all of us, we were rolling sort of with like the same promoters. And I remember when you were coming on the scene, and at the time I think Scribbles was sort of coming on the scene, and
Yeah.
you guys were always together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we'd always practice hip hop in our rooms and this and that. And I was like, you got to come out and like hear these guys DJing the house music. And he got more into it. And then we started doing the show.
Yep.
And then we started like, yo, maybe we should do this and make this record. And one time we did Funk Phenomenon live on the radio. We had 3 turntables at Palladium. And then we would just mix it up. And then I think it was Henry Street at the time.
Yep.
Said, we want that remix you guys played. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then we went in the studio the next day and made it real fast.
So you did that all live.
Yeah.
Wow. So how did you, so obviously you progressed on from your relationship with Scribble and you formed a duo partnership with Guido. Rest in peace, Guido. How did that whole thing come about with you and him?
I would always try to do like mashups and stuff, and he was like the studio guy. I knew he was like the guru. I'm like, you guys got to come here. He can make it work. Whatever you guys think of in your head, he could put that into a song. And then we would rent out a studio with him, like me and a rap group, Platinum Posse. And after they were done, I would say, yo, I'm going to stay after because I want to do this house track with you. So we would stay until like the daylight and working on music after. And then we did a couple of songs and we're like, wow, we should do more. And then we just kept doing more and more.
So what was the first record you felt that really put you guys on the map? Because, I mean, I want to go through a bunch of the records that you guys made. Because, I mean, there was just like, you guys had a run.
Yeah.
Where you was sort of just like with a machine gun putting these records out, and everybody was playing these records. They were huge. And you had every big DJ in the city that were playing your records. So what was that? What was the first record that you felt really put you guys on the map?
Maybe Foxy Lady with Boris. That was the first one. I remember meeting Johnny Vicious because we played his song. We're like, Scribble's like, we got to meet this guy. I'm like, yeah, let's go over his house. He told me to come over. I'm like, okay. We went over there, and he was just teaching us so many things, and he's the one that like put us on.
Johnny Vicious was the guy who put you on.
He's the guy.
So Foxy Lady, that was a bootleg, right?
Yeah, he said, since you're not known really right now, put out a bootleg or whatever, and then, build up from that. And we're like, okay.
Did you guys make any money on the bootleg?
Not much, but took us to the next step.
So Foxy Lady put you guys on the map. It started getting people's attention. Who are these guys? Who made this record?
Yep.
Right? And then where did it go from Foxy Lady?
Herbie Hancock Rocket.
I remember that record.
Yes.
Yeah.
After that, first we did.
And that was another bootleg, right?
Yep. No, that was actually,
we
put it out.
Yeah, you put it out?
On, what's it called? X-Mix.
Okay.
After we did that Funk Phenomenon, Armand Van Helden's manager got our number and whatever. We connected with him, and he gave us all the stuff that Armand didn't want to do. So we got the Rocket.
Because he was really big at that time.
Huge.
I mean, every remix he was doing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we get all his hand-me-downs, and then we got more and more, and then the next thing we did was Fable.
That's right.
Robert Miles.
Yeah. It was an Arista record, right?
Yep. Oscarelli.
Yep.
He gave us a chance too.
So when you got Fable, Hoshkarelli, was that like your first big remix on a major label?
Yeah.
Did it pay well?
Yeah.
Yeah, back then it was paying.
Yeah, it was good. And then after that was Biggie Smalls with Arista.
You did the More Money, More Problems.
Problems.
Yep. I remember that. That was a big record.
Yep. And then after that, we just pumping them out.
Yeah, so I mean, you had This Joy by Vanessa Mitchell, right?
Yep.
You guys did that. You did Unspeakable Joy by Kim English, which was a huge record.
Monster.
Still probably one of the biggest records today.
Yeah, I'll play that one today.
I mean, I play it at a lot of my gigs. You guys had Lift Up the Needle.
Mm-hmm.
That record was
Yeah.
I thought that was a great record that you guys did because I felt like it had so many different feels in the record. Like there was so many different changes in that record. So it took you
Freestyle breakdown.
Yeah,
too.
that record took you on a journey.
Yeah.
That was a big record in the clubs.
It's like 12 minutes, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
10
it was
minutes
long.
maybe.
It was long. So you had that. Do It Again was a huge record
Monster.
for you, right?
Yeah, that was good. It actually happened because I think what was that? Hot 97 was dance at the time, and they played it in the background of the commercial, just the instrumental. And then people called up, "What's that song in the background? I want to hear it." And then they played the song more and more and more, and then
That record was huge, and Jonathan Peters played the shit out of that record, right?
Yeah.
At Sound Factory.
Sound Factory. We used to go on Friday. When he started on Friday, I think it was better for us anyway.
And I also thought that the flip side of that record, the other mix of it was good too.
Yeah.
People played that a lot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Dun, 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 dun. That was a good record. And then you guys did a huge remix of "Used to Hold Me."
Yep.
That was big too.
That was in the beginning too, yeah. We actually did it, and then we called Ralphie Rosario, connected with him. He was really cool about it. He's like, "Oh, I'll send you the parts." I'm like, "Okay," and then we just did it really.
So you guys were in the studio every day.
Yeah, every day, and then like we would work until 2 or 3 in the morning, and then go see Jonathan or go see Junior. Like after we're done, oh, we got to hear this out.
Yeah. Oh, you actually bring them to work.
It was actually that tape.
Yeah, that there was no like that was, I guess, the CD burning was sort of coming into play around like what 2001.
Yeah, but each CD was like $10.
Yes, and not
And
every.
it
And
took
it's
like
funny because like
2 hours to burn one.
I remember like the Palladium, they didn't even have like their first CD deck was like I think it was like a Denon double deck in there. They didn't even have like a CD player in there, until like towards the end.
Yeah.
Right. So all those huge records, what was your favorite record out of all the records that you guys made?
I guess Unspeakable Joy is probably one of my favorite, or the This Joy dub.
What was yours, Mike?
Mine?
Yeah.
This Joy was
Yeah.
that was a huge record, man. That was
I
a
remember the
huge
first
record.
time Junior played it at Twilo. We heard it, we're like, boom, he played it from beginning to end, and I'm like, wow. And then the music stopped. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And he played it again from the beginning on the DAT. Like he rewinded it, waited, played it again. I'm like, this is crazy. So
What was it like?
that was a dub.
What was it like when you were making that record and like you finished it and you guys listened to it like completely for the first time? Like, how did you guys feel?
Did you feel like it was a
Like,
hit?
did you
right
feel
away?
like it was going to be like, and like the people who were like some of the first people you let hear it before it was actually played?
No, that was it. We just played it out there because Junior gave us the acapella and went home and just made the dub at first so we can get it done fast because we wanted to get there.
Right.
He would give us a thing like Friday and we'd be going Saturday. And we'd just work until 2 or 3 in the morning. And we're like, we have to get it there. Let's go. And then we did, the dub. And then when we're making it, we just wanted to create energy for all the parts. Build-ups, put the keyboard on top of the kick and just create energy. And then it just came out that way.
Yeah, so like it was, yeah, no problem. So like he must have been excited when you guys used to show up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
because he was going to get a treat that he was just going to play.
Yeah, an exclusive that no one else
Right?
was going to
That
hear
nobody
anywhere.
else had. No, I know. I remember those days. I mean, being like a young DJ, not having any access to those records. I mean, Glenn used to play all your records on the radio too. But it was huge.
You were very fortunate to have access to those DJs to go bring them those records to play in those clubs.
Yeah, so how did that relationship come about with Junior Vasquez to get the records to him?
From Scribble doing the radio show, and then he always works his way into places and knows everybody. So you got to talk to him a little bit, and then just gained relationship like that. It's not like it took us one day. It was like maybe 6 months, a year to get to know him really.
Yeah.
And then he didn't trust anybody. He wouldn't give anybody anything. So it's like, we got the acapella. Let's do it really fast. Let's get it done. And we were excited to do something.
Yeah, because I mean, at that time, he was probably the biggest DJ in New York City, right?
Yeah, him and Jonathan, yeah.
And his parties were like him and Jonathan had like 2 of the biggest parties in the city.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like his shit was exclusive, right? So you wanted it to be in his hands.
Yeah. Jonathan really helped us out too in the beginning. Like he would play our stuff, and then he would come back to Long Island sometimes, and we'd make something really fast. Like, all right, let's try it next week, and we'd try it, and then we did a couple of songs. Came out good.
Was there any record that you did that didn't have like success like the other records like you did that had huge success that you thought was going to be successful that you really liked and were like disappointed that it didn't garner as a lot of success as maybe some of your other big records?
Not really. We just did the records that we loved. That was the thing. We didn't have to like do the bad stuff. So like we didn't. Of course, we had some songs that didn't go anywhere, but we weren't disappointed. We just moved on to the next one real quick.
Yeah.
Were there like labels that threw work at you that you guys just weren't into?
No, if we didn't have the time, then we didn't have time. But we would just do the stuff we liked at first, and then we would say, "Can we do this record? Can we do that record?" And they would say, "Yeah, do the. Here's the acapella."
Just like that.
Yeah. And it was hard getting the acapellas back then. It was like they would have to go in the studio, record it, or if they had the DAT laying around. Sometimes we get the 2-inch reel. I think we got the 2-inch reel from Biggie Smalls. All the parts. It was kind of strange listening to all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It was all raw.
Yeah, but it was fun.
So
what
what?
were, got it.
I'm sorry. Go
Got
ahead.
it.
No, good.
No, what were some of the rooms that you enjoyed playing in?
Twilo, definitely. I gotta say, Tokyo, Japan. It was like a makeshift room. We did a tour over there, and was like Tokyo was like crazy because everybody was like facing you, like lined up like a stage show, and we never seen that. We're like, why is everybody looking at us like this? They're supposed to be dancing, and they were just like singing all the words. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
It
rock
was
star
crazy.
out there.
And then after, they would come over and say, have all of our records, and they would say, sign this record, and they knew every single record we did. It's crazy.
Wow. So you were like superstars out there.
Yeah, it was fun.
What year was this that you were out there?
I don't even remember. Maybe 98, 99.
Oh wow.
Went out there a couple of times, and Tokyo was probably the best.
That's awesome.
So, fast forwarding to sort of current state, right now as a DJ, you have a pretty cool gig,
Yeah.
right? So you are the exclusive DJ for the New York Islanders.
Yep, Islanders, Mets. I do New York Open tennis. I did cricket. I did I think 6 or 7 professional sports now.
Wow.
So when you're DJing for the Islanders,
Yeah.
do they give you a playlist, or are
We
you
make up
working
the
hand in hand
playlist.
with them?
We make up the playlist, and then we go over it in a meeting before, because we're there like, the game's at 7. I'm there at 1 o'clock. Then we have all these meetings, and we say, okay, we're going to do this.
Yep.
Play this or not play this. We look at the other team's power play song, and it's like, okay, we can't play that song. We can't, like if they're from LA, we can't play like Motley Crue, and we go over stuff like that.
And what about like tennis? What's that?
Tennis
same
is,
sort of situation?
It's more like when they're walking in and maybe clap-alongs in between, but it's nothing heavy.
Yeah, because it's like a quiet sport.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Well, we're trying to change that.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that? Because that's a pretty cool gig to have as a DJ, and I'm sure there's a lot of stress and pressure in these situations. One of the guys that does a show here, DJ Rumor, he does sort of the same thing for the Rangers and the Knicks, and he was telling us about how it could be like pretty stressful in terms of cues and timing, and he's got the headset on, and
Yeah.
so what is that like? Because that's it's got to be like you got to be on your toes the whole game, right?
Yeah, you got to be quick with everything. I mean, there's times where you just have you have to have so many songs ready, and everything has to be edited perfect, like 15, 30 seconds in and out.
And I'm sure you play all the dirty versions, right?
Yeah, that's actually the hardest part, getting all these songs, and like the players call and say, "We want this song," like 20 minutes before the game, and there's no clean version. So
You're doing edits yourself.
mixing, playing music for the crowd, and I'm like editing on the side at the same time, trying to get the curses. I think there's a curse there, yeah. And it's not just curses. They can't talk about bad stuff.
Yeah, it's tough, right?
But once you have all your edits, then you're
So
good.
you ain't playing much Cardi B.
Some. That's the one thing we played.
So how long have you been doing these gigs with this professional sports teams?
A little over 8 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
It's good. Like all the edits, like you won't hear the same. Like you won't hear a regular song that I'm playing. Everything is edited.
Well, I think the best part about it is just having a consistent job in DJing.
Yeah.
It's tough. There's the residencies. There's no residencies anymore. So
Yeah, it's
having
crazy.
like a job as a DJ doing that, it's great.
It's amazing, yeah. And it's so crazy how technology sort of redefined the landscape of remixing and production work.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they still, do you still get hired to do any type of remixes or stuff like that?
I did the Madonna not too long ago. It actually went #1 on Billboard. But I can't even meet the timeline and the deadlines. I mean, it's just I have so much going on, and then I want to spend the day with my family.
Yeah.
Then I can't do a remix. I can't, I want to do them, but I can't.
Is there any money? Like, do they have any budgets for these things now? I guess for the big artists,
Not like it used to be.
but they have something.
Yeah, I mean, if I really love a song, then I'll do it. It's not about the money. It's just if I love it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So what music are you really into these days? I mean, outside of everything you have to do for your professional gig, is there any genre that you're really gravitating towards? Any DJs that you follow?
Not really, no. I'm not. I listen to so much music during work that I try to like not play music. I play more video games than music.
Endorse.
So
what do you have in store for us tonight at the
Yeah,
Function
I'm
House?
really looking forward to it.
I made a little intro for you guys, and then I'm doing one little snippet for Guido and his mom and his family, and then I'm gonna take it from there and go wherever. I don't know. I just put stuff in a folder, and I don't know what I'm playing where. Just
Well,
try
we're
to go through
looking
the
we're looking
fans.
forward to it, man. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All right, we're gonna take a 1-minute break. We'll get Razor up on the set. He's gonna rock live from Red Hook here at the Function House.
don't go
Peace.
nowhere. Peace. All right, we got DJ Razor live from Red Hook here at the Function House. Take it away.
Right about now, you're about to be possessed by the sounds of the Function House and DJ Razor.
Excuse me, who's the DJ? Excuse me, who's the DJ? You'll know who the DJ is. You'll know who the DJ is. You'll know who the DJ is. 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 DJ is.
Here I am. My heart is in my head. I'm trying to understand. Where have you gone? I'm all alone, but that's alright. Somebody's always by my side. Somebody's always right there by my side. break down 'cause I'm not the kind, baby. Hold me, glory, dance with me. What's the story? Make me see. Tell me, boy, is it gonna be?
You're now entering the main dance floor.
Good evening, ladies. Please take your mark. The dance floor is now open. Open, 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 open.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
disco. We gotta dance 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 disco. Dance. 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 We gotta dance disco. Be quiet. feel me? Follow me. Can you feel me? Follow me. I am the light that shines. Follow me. Children of the night, step into the light. Follow me. Come from out the shadows into the light. Follow me. Come from out of the darkness. Come from out of the darkness. It's a paradise. Follow me. I can guide you to the promised land. I've seen it. The mountaintop is there. Come closer to the
all over, all over, all over my soul, 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 my soul. I want my soul. I want my soul. I want my soul. I want my soul. 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 I want my soul. I want my soul. All I want, all I need, all I want, all I want, all I want, all I want, she wants a man to always understand. That's all right for her. Still ain't enough for me. She said she wants a guy to keep her satisfied. Well, that's all right for her, but it ain't enough for me. I don't care if he's young or old. I just want someone I can hold on to, 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 hold on to. I want my soul all over his body, all over his body. I want my soul all over his body, all over his body. I want my soul all over his body.
stranger came into our town. He was tall and dark, and had eyes that could look right down into the bottom of it. One evening, it was different from any other. He got us all together in the big auditorium. There he stood on the huge stage. The only light was on him. We were in the dark. Then, out of his tones came the chanting, burst as a whisper. We could hardly hear. It didn't make any sense. We were caught up in something we didn't understand. It trapped us without our knowing it. Possibly it was his manner. Up there where he was, chanting on the hardest stage. We came alive to it as he slowly moved us with his chant into insistent, savage, throbbing crescendos of ecstasy. Of ecstasy. Of ecstasy. Of ecstasy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Drag queens, take your mark. The dance floor is now open.
Excuse me? Excuse me? My name is on the list.
What list?
My name is on the list.
What list? What list? What list? What list? What
The DJ's list.
Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Thing. There is no guest tonight.
It's coming. The final chapter.
Excuse me, the vibe is fierce. X. Is that X, Hector? Excuse me, who's bumping up in here?
Lift up the needle, play something else, motherfucker.
Someone stole my glasses. Someone borrowed my glasses. I want my glasses back. I want my sunglasses back. Excuse me, who stole my sunglasses? Children must find my sunglasses.
Lift up the needle.
Children must find my sunglasses. They stole my sunglasses off the stairs during a show. I went up the needle. Excuse me, everybody. I found my glasses.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Guido was like Guido. Work, Sound Factory. Mr. Guido was like Guido. Work, Sound Factory children, work.
Don't leave me this way, no. I can't exist. I'll surely miss your tender kiss. Don't leave me this way. My heart is full of love and desire for you. Now come on down and do what you gotta do. You started this fire down in my soul. Now can't you see it's burning out of control?
Yo, we got to give it up for Razor, man.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to be honest with you. You came in here tonight and you destroyed it, man.
Thank you.
You destroyed it. The feed was heavy, bro.
Nice, man.
It was heavy. Everybody was loving it, man. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate everybody that tuned in online, man. That was really cool.
Yo,
Hope I brought back memories, some good times, some bad times, some fun times, whatever.
I think it was amazing, bro.
Cool.
It really was. I want to thank DJ Razor for coming down here to the Funktion House. He played a great set. I want to thank everybody for coming out. We also definitely want to thank the Classics group for the support, sharing the feed tonight.
Yeah.
We hope that everybody enjoyed it. You can catch the replay on thefunctionhouse.com. Check us out on our YouTube channel and Facebook. Thanks for tuning in. Good night. God bless. DJ Razor, Funktion House. Thank you.